Okay, welcome to another episode of Pixar Movie Reviews. Today, as I mentioned on my Inside Out review, if you saw that, Pixar had two releases in 2015. The first was Inside Out, which won several Best Animated Feature awards and was one of the best animated films of the year, and a true triumph for Pixar after so many years. The other film in 2015 from Pixar that we're talking about today is The Good Dinosaur. After Pete Docter, who's now the CEO of Pixar, directed his third Pixar film with the previous film, Inside Out, somebody else stepped into the feature director's chair for the very first time. Pixar story and voice artist Peter Sohn, director of the Pixar short film Partly Cloudy from Up, and a story artist and voice artist at Pixar, made his feature directing debut on this film. Initially, the director was going to be Bob Peterson, who had co-directed with Pete Docter on Up, and actually Bob was the one who came up with the story and original concept for The Good Dinosaur. Unfortunately, production problems caused Bob to get removed from the project, and that's when Pete Sohn stepped in, delaying The Good Dinosaur's release from the end of May 2014 to Thanksgiving 2015. Hence why 2015 is the first year with two new Pixar movies, Inside Out and this film. So, The Good Dinosaur opened in theaters for Thanksgiving weekend 2015, making it Pixar's first November release in 11 years since The Incredibles, and their first Thanksgiving release in 16 years since Toy Story 2. Ironically enough, 2015 was the year the first Toy Story celebrated its 20th anniversary. The Good Dinosaur got decently good critical reviews, but only about the same goodness as the original Cars, Brave, and Monsters University. And also, unlike the other Pixar movies, it also bombed big time at the box office. It only made about $320 to $330 million worldwide, which, America versus other countries, was lower than its budget compared to other Pixar films. Even the original Toy Story made more money. Having rewatched it for the first time in a few years for my Pixar movie countdown to Toy Story 4, The Good Dinosaur, while I like dinosaurs, I can easily see why The Good Dinosaur is not one of the better Pixar films. I'll give you a brief plot synopsis as I've done for past reviews. As we all know, years and years ago, probably years before we were even born, a giant asteroid destroyed every dinosaur on Earth. But what if that asteroid missed Earth and dinosaurs were still living? Pixar sets out to find the answer with The Good Dinosaur. In this film, dinosaurs have evolved, and now they run farms. Or at the least bit, that's what Arlo, the titular Good Dinosaur, and his family of Apatosauruses do. Arlo is trying to earn a mark on his family's silo, as his family has done by accomplishing things for more than just themselves. Kind of the same thing Kenai wanted to do in Brother Bear. But Arlo is scared of pretty much everything, and this causes big problems for him and his family. When his dad is killed in a rainstorm and drowns in the ocean, or in the river, Arlo gets lost from his family and is forced to team up with a feral cave boy he names Spot on a reckless journey to get back home. The Good Dinosaur doesn't have the best story or characters. The Make Your Mark thing I've seen before in Brother Bear, and the mismatched buddy road trip journey film we've seen before numerous times. I personally think that Up, even though I don't like it as much, Up had a better road trip adventure than The Good Dinosaur did. Arlo's a pretty good protagonist, and I do like Spot. It's basically a boy and his dog story, except the dinosaur's the boy, and the boy's the dog, so it's the reversal. The characters I actually do like are the pterodactyls, who end up being the villains of the picture, and the T-Rexes, who act like cowboys, with Butch, the T-Rex dad, voiced by Sam Elliott, to boot. And they're the ones who teach Arlo that he can't get rid of fear, but he can get through it if he believes in himself. The animation is very nice. In fact, you'd almost think that they shot the scenes in the wilderness on location like they did for the Disney film Dinosaur, but nope, they're all computer animated. And while I do appreciate the messaging that we don't have to be afraid, because we have to trust that we can accomplish anything we've set our minds to, and that we have to face our fears if we want to overcome them. While I do appreciate the messaging, I totally understand why this movie doesn't work. The story we've seen before, the characters fall flat, even if there are some that I like. And overall, it's just not a very good movie. And I honestly wish that Bob Peterson had been still involved in directing this film, even with the problems it suffered, because while Pete Sohn did a good job directing a short film with Partly Cloudy, I think maybe if he and Bob had worked together on the film, maybe it could have been a little better. But as it goes, The Good Dinosaur is easily one of the weakest Pixar films ever. As Inside Out is my third favorite Pixar movie of all time, behind Toy Story 3 and Incredibles 2, The Good Dinosaur is my third least favorite Pixar movie of all time. The only ones below it are Brave and Ratatouille. So that's my thoughts on Good Dinosaur. Let me know what you think of The Good Dinosaur. Where are you at on it? And thanks so much. This has been Pixar Movie Reviews. I'm Josiah Milky. Thanks for watching.